All right.
So I will guard what I say very carefully. Good morning, everybody. First of all, thanks, Chance, for being with us today. He's feeling under the weather, but still made it out. Unfortunately, we got word this morning that Allison's building experienced an electrical fire. So I don't know if she's out in the pasture somewhere watching the building burn or what may be occurring there. I hope everything's well down over Columbus Way. But Chance has put together a good program for us today. And has some great ideas. I think we've discussed a little bit before the meeting this morning, and everybody just hang on tight as we continue. Chance, you want to take the first point there?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well and having a fantastic new year. We are just going to kind of try to go short and sweet today, but I got a couple of ideas and things I want to throw out there at you. If you feel like you want to ask a question or something, I'll try to give you some times to ask some questions if you want to use the mic. But feel free to also add anything to the text as well. I am recording this, and I will be putting this recording on the wiki page again. That seems, I don't know if any of you, just a real quick question, has anyone been able to, who hasn't been able to participate in the past meetings, have y'all gone on to the wiki and watched any of those? Anybody been able to do that? Okay, Julia.
I'll be honest, I haven't had a, go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So Julia, so you've been able to watch those, and Kate, okay, good. Lee, y'all been able to watch those? Those been okay? Have y'all been able to, they haven't been any technical issues with those? Okay, very good. All right, good. Because I'm just trying to make sure, every time I've done anything, it always works for me, and somebody tells me that it wasn't working for them. So very good. All right, awesome. Okay, so today we're going to just really kind of review a couple of things. So I'll show you my agenda today. I'm going to go through some updates we might have from GaDOE, and anyone from our team who's in the meeting as well, feel free to add anything if you wish, and give you some GoFar updates. And I want to just review our goals and review real quickly what we're trying to do with the wiki, and a couple of things that I want to introduce to the committee that maybe some future plans that I want us to be brainstorming about. And then I want to talk a bit about our committee membership. It's like we're some kind of country club or something, but we are wide open, and I do want to talk about our membership, but I also want to kind of shore up some communication issues. So I want to put that out there as well today, and then just remind future meetings and some other information as well. So we'll talk about some GaDOE updates. Many of you may have gotten into SLDS some point, or may have received some information some point recently regarding GoFar. Again, for those of you not familiar with that, that's the replacement for OAS. OAS, I believe, is supposed to still be in its current form through the end of the year, so that folks who have already been using it don't lose what they've been working with. But it is replaced by GoFar, and GoFar is accessible through SLDS. We are currently, our team at the DOE, our instructional technology team, will be receiving some training on it actually this afternoon over a webinar, and some training next week. As far as if we are training or anything like that, that's still kind of up in the air. We're working with the assessment department to determine the logistics of how to get training out. But what you'll find if you'll go to this link here, I created a tiny URL because I knew the other URL would be way too big. So if you would like to go to this link here, and I will again post this on the wiki so you could access it through there as well. You can get all kinds of how-to guides. They've created a bunch of guides. They've got some webinars. They're doing a webinar this afternoon. So if you want to go to this link and participate in that webinar this afternoon. I think they have that posted for you to sign up, and you can get some online training and some resources there. Check it out if you haven't had a chance. Go on to SLDS, play with it a little bit, and I believe they are adding milestone type questions to it as we speak. It's something that's going to continue to grow and hopefully continue to get more impressive than in the past. So any questions about GoFar as is right now? All right, very good. Kate said let them know that the guides need to be updated since the weekend updates rolled out. That would be great. Thanks. Okay. I will pass that along. Thank you for that.
I will say I'm prepping a PD session next week with some staff around the schools, more of a informational thing. This is what it is. Here it is. This is a comparison to OAS and that sort of stuff. It's come a long way in the past few weeks, so I really appreciate all the hard work y'all put into it. So thanks a lot.
Thanks, Lee. That's good feedback. I appreciate that. I will definitely be passing that along as well. Hey, Danita, take some notes for me, all right? Okay, very good. Thanks. Anyone else? Quick to update. Yep. That's right. That's been the exciting part, is it's because it belongs now to the DOE. It doesn't belong to anyone else. It belongs to us. It's our stuff. It's all ours now. We can actually get things done more quickly. Believe it or not, the DOE can get something done more quickly. So we're excited about that. Yes. Michael is a really neat guy. The couple of times I've had a chance to talk to him, he's a really nice guy. Works hard, and I like him a lot. Danita, let's make sure he knows that he's getting some good feedback. All right, very good. SLDS updates. Again, we do have a tiny URL here as well. It'll take you right to our update list. A couple of things I'm going to point out that Carol just sent out to us is, excuse me, we have updated the Lexile ranges to match the 2012 Common Core stretch measures. So some of those measures may change on the SLDS dashboard. We have added the seems kind of, I guess, better late than never. The 2014 summer main and summer retest EOCT data has been loaded into this SLDS. So EOCT summer and main, or both summer, I'm sorry, EOCT summer data, main and retest has been loaded. High school feedback report is now going to be a separate menu button on the SLDS toolbar. Before, to look for high school feedback report, you had to look it up under the historical dashboard drop-down menu. It has been removed from that. It is now a separate option, and if only people who are granted the district super user and their profile manager will be able to access that report. And that, again, this just they are concerned about the privacy of the information, and really only whoever the super user is can grant access to the high school feedback report to specific people. And if you are a district employee, I think you will understand the importance of keeping that to a minimum of who can actually see that. So again, high school feedback report will be a separate option. And another thing is that the usage reports, there have been some issues, concerns. I know our team is getting a lot of emails about how some of the usage report data doesn't seem right. It's not that the page views are not being counted. It's really important that we clarify. If you get any questions regarding page views, we want to clarify that the page views are being recorded. They are being monitored. The problem is right now, for whatever reason, our format for getting the usage data out is not working correctly. So it's the report that's the problem. It's not the actual counting of the page views. So as you, if you have any questions about usage report, or if you have anything about that, concerns coming your way, just let them know. We're working on it. We're trying to get the report working. However, their page views are being counted. I know that's a big deal right now. So those are really kind of the main updates we have right now with SLDS. Danita, do you feel that there's anything I need to add to that?
No, I think that's everything.
All right, good. Thank you. And then the next thing I want to point out today is TRL and the Learning Object Repository. A couple of links that Angie wants us to share with the folks who may be interested. Is these are sign-up links, or it's a form for suggesting resources. The first one here, the first link is for signing up for the Learning Object Repository. If your district would like to have access to the Learning Object Repository and would like to receive the information regarding how to get that set up and what it takes to really take care of the Learning Object Repository correctly. If that's something you're interested in, your district does not have access to yet, just sign up here at this link, and Angie will contact you and get you started and work with your SIS administrator and folks to get that up and running. And we'll want to talk with you about how to properly arrange those who would want to add items to your Learning Object Repository. And again, for those of you who are not familiar with the Learning Object Repository, the state has provided the Georgia public schools and charter schools the ability, I don't know about charter schools, but public schools, the ability to have their own object repository that can show up in the teacher resource link on SLDS. So if that's something you're interested in, please go to this link and sign it up if you haven't already. And then suggesting resources. We know there are a lot of folks who have a lot of great resources that may not be showing up in SLDS or in the teacher resource link. So if you have anything that you think is a great resource, this is a link that you could go to suggest a resource. You will want to know a couple of things about it, so I'm actually going to click on it. I want to show it to you really quick. So we're looking for your favorite resources to add, and so here you got we need the name of the resource, we need the URL, we need to know if you've ever used it with students or not. That's a really important part of making sure it's a beneficial resource. Subject of this resource, best suited. What is this best suited for science, best suited for mathematics? We know there are some that could be best suited for both, but we really kind of want to focus on a specific subject area if possible. And it needs to know the standard. We need to know what standard it should be linked to, because if we don't have the manpower to go through and look at each one of these resources and to see if what standard it should go with. So we will need a suggested standard. And then if it needs a login or if it has advertisements, we're not going to use it. So just want to make sure you guys know that we will probably not use the resource that has login or advertisements. So this is just a quick and easy form. If there's some items you would like to share with other teachers across the state, this is a great place to be able to add that, and or at least suggest it, and then we'll have folks take a look at it. Did y'all see that form, by the way? Can y'all see that? All right, good. All right, go back here. Okay. So yeah, a couple links there, and again, this document, this PowerPoint will be available on the Wikispace, so that you can actually go right to the links from there if you'd like. All right, so well, before I move on, any questions about SLDS, instructional technology from the DOE? I'll try my best to answer some of those questions if you have any. Okay. I do know that inventory information is available as well on the website, so if you need to know more about the technology inventory, whatever, Missy Smith's our contact, and she's got a lot of that information on her website, on the website. So, all right, just to kind of quickly review what we had talked about before about our goals. We are working on trying to figure out a way of sharing best practices and excellent resources across the state. One of those ways could be sharing those resources on that link for the teacher resource link with Angie, and so that's one of the ways we could do that. But just kind of finding a way where we can find sharing resources with our neighbors, and so that's one of the goals we've been talking about, and so hopefully you as you have some ideas about this, you can go through into the wiki and add that information there. So that's one of our goals. One of our other goals was supporting our schools. How are we getting these resources into the hands of the teachers? And one of the comments that came up at our face-to-face meeting was the 21st century media specialists, and how does that work? So I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. And then the CCI room. We haven't had a whole lot of folks jumping on the chance to help out with the CCI room, so I'm working on some new ideas, some new ways of trying to get the CCI room to be kind of the forefront of a sample of what people can see, and maybe changing the way the school looks, the way the classroom looks. So I'll be working on some new ideas for that, hopefully fresh ideas in the future. And then inviting new folks, which is going to be part of my next comment here. All right. One of the things that I had talked to Bob. I talked to Bob about where we were at with this committee and what we were trying to work on with our goals, and a couple of things that he had suggested that we may try to do here is to maybe take part of this committee and maybe, I don't know, break it up a little bit. Not so much to break up our committee per se, but to kind of get us focused on a couple of different areas. And so he was really kind of suggesting that we kind of take the route of instructional technology directors, and talking about how are you guys involved, engaged, in the Path to Personalized Learning initiative. The chart that I had shown at our first meeting of the year that Bob wanted me to kind of rehash with you. And so he wants to kind of come up with some ways where maybe we could do some seminars, some individualized meetings where we're kind of focusing on, what are we doing individual systems to really kind of encourage the Path to Personalized Learning initiative. And he also wants to know how you're taking advantage of the bandwidth upgrades, and what are some things that you're putting in place that may be able to take advantage of that. So how is it benefiting you? Are there anything holding you back? He's kind of wanting to know that. So I'm thinking about putting together some kind of seminar. It may be more summer seminar after our April meeting to kind of focus on these areas for instructional technology and technology directors. And then he was thinking too, we probably needed a more specific thing for media specialists. Again, how are media specialists working with the Path to Personalized Learning Initiative? How are they sharing ideas for teacher support? Um, what does the 21st century media specialist look like? How can we support the media specialists who've been the media specialists since the 80s? You know, that kind of thing. So we looking to maybe put together a seminar for media specialists. I know that Angie has talked to me about someone she's works with Cobb, who's I think I saw you just joined, didn't you, Angie? Yeah. Uh, she got Media Specialist of the Year, I believe, and I do know that we have some other folks on the committee who are excellent media specialists. So yeah, I would definitely like for us to be able to have a seminar where we can talk about more specifically what the media specialists can do to support these areas. So exciting things going on in Fulton County. That would be fantastic. Fantastic. We definitely need, that's great. Yeah, we definitely need to talk about some of the things going on in Fulton County and how that might be able to support some of the other schools with some good ideas. So that's great. And yes, I agree, Kate, that they are definitely an untapped resource. And I really think we ought to pull in as many media specialists as we can into the CCI room this summer, and maybe have like a full day seminar of some sort. And I'm going to need folks who are media specialists to help with that, because I was not a media specialist. I was a math teacher, so in middle school per se. So yeah. So I'll definitely want some input on that. Yeah, Angie, what was the name of that teacher in Cobb? Yeah, okay, yeah, Ms. Harpin. Okay, very good. And she got Media Specialist of the Year, right? Yes, very good. So yeah, so hopefully I want to try to pull. I think Angie was going to talk with her, and maybe we can kind of pull her into this. And yes, Lee, I did know of your skill set, so you are definitely going to be picked on. So I will be calling on you. Uh, so yeah, so that's really good. Excellent. Oh yeah, Danita, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize you were the media specialist. All right. Learn something new about your team every time. All right, good deal. So yes, I do want us to consider these, and I will need your help if we do consider. I'm going to take these back to Bob and get his blessings on them, and obviously we'll need to get a little money involved, and see if we can. If I can get his support on this, then we'll move forward, and I will need some help from this committee to get things organized and to get ideas and things like that put together. So we will be wanting to work on that for sure. All right, I'm going to read some messages here. Oh, that's great, Kate. Yep. And we've got part of the CCI room is the video conferencing capability, and so if you'll take that little nugget and tuck it away somewhere through the winter as we get closer to maybe a seminar, we may want to maybe even sample that somehow, or maybe we can pull some video conferencing along with another state or something. So I really like that. Very good. Great, Melissa. Thanks. That's awesome. Let's make sure we invite those folks along. Fantastic. Good stuff. So for those of you who are listening to the recording, make sure you do read the messages that are being added, because there's a lot of folks who are giving some great suggestions, and I will not read them all, but you can see them on the recording. Awesome. Thank you so much, y'all. Those are fantastic. Hopefully it seems like you guys are on the same page with me as far as what these seminars might could do for us as a committee and as a state. So awesome. That makes me excited. All right, and then there's one more area I think that's going to be really key too is trying to get some grant writers together, to some folks together who are strong with writing grants, who have experienced this, who have maybe know where some good grants are available at. So as the reason why I really want to look at possibility of getting some grant writers together and some conversation going there is because I think if we can combine the idea of grant writing with the 21st century classroom and the CCI room and kind of putting those ideas together, and we might be able to get more folks more of our systems who don't have any money, don't have the ability to revamp classrooms. If we can get some grants written and we can help them write these grants, then maybe they can get some of this CCI room type equipment in some of their classrooms or in some of their media centers, or labs or something such. So I want us to brainstorm that as well. Some of you are a lot more experienced with the grant writing area than I am. I know I monitored a grant, but I not so much. I evaluated grants, but I never really wrote any. And I've been looking around doing some research. I just haven't found a whole lot to work with just yet. So some of you might be a little better at that than I am, or you may know people who are better at that than I am, and that we are. And so I want to try to pull some of those folks together for a great brainstorming seminar on how we could help our state, and especially some of our more lower income, a little more of our counties who need the grants to be able to follow through with some of these ideas. So, any comments about that? Angie, that's great. I would really appreciate your help with the video conferencing. That's fantastic. All right, very good. All right, if there's no questions or comments about this, what I'm going to try to do is to add these to our wiki as more ideas to go along with what we're trying to do with the committee, and hopefully we can put some things together for this summer. All right, so speaking of the committee and kind of our quote membership, I do kind of want to listen to me. I'm trying to talk out of my nose right now, so you'll have to pardon me. I do want to communicate better. One of the things I'm finding right now is that as I'm trying to get some information out, or as I'm trying to get our invitation to the meeting out, I do want to clean up our communication, and I kind of feel like that our current InTech email group is not accurate. I believe there are folks who are not on that list who I want to make sure are on that list, but I don't know how to change it, and I don't want to have to constantly rely on our help desk to fix that. So what I want to do is create a new list. I want a list of those folks who have been participating in the meetings or have been viewing the meeting recordings. So I'm kind of giving you guys a heads up here that if you want to keep participating with our committee, I'm going to ask that you go to our sign-up sheet here. I've created a Google form, and there's the ugly version right there, and then I created a tiny URL version, which is just GAITAC -sign up. And I'd like for everyone, if you don't mind, to just go there today if you can, or once you've watched the video, the recording. All I need is your name, your last name, first name, your email, your phone number, your district. If you're in a school, I do want to know that. The title of your position, and if there's a specific area that you're mainly interested in, teacher training, digital resources, blended learning, grant writing. If there's something that you really kind of, it's your forte, it's what you're really strong at, media specialist or whatever. If you can just kind of give me an idea of that, it's optional. If you think you're kind of a jack of all trades and master of none like me, I mean, I could do a lot of things. I'm just not very good at any of them. But if you feel like you just want to leave that open, that's totally okay. But I do want to try to get a better idea of who's engaged, who wants to stay engaged, and then I also am going to send this out to some new folks, and I'd like for you to do that as well. If there's anyone on your team, in your staff, who would be interested in participating in our committee and who would come to the April meeting, I'd like for them to sign up as well. So please feel free to share this sign up with anyone that you feel would want to participate as well. So I think this will be an easier way for me to keep track of who's in our committee, and so that I can communicate, and so that Jeff and Allison can communicate better with everyone. And I'm going to go ahead and forewarn you. I've got kind of a backdoor reason for this too. I'd like for your phone numbers, because some of you I know are amazing at what you do, and I want to have individual conversations with you. I don't want to just kind of give blanket information like what tends to happen with the meetings, with these online meetings. I do want to have some individual conversations with a few of you about some of your ideas and what you have the time and the ability and the energy to be able to put forth when it comes to this committee. So I do want to talk with just a few folks about that. So don't laugh at me, Kate. I do have a backdoor reason, but so that is one of the reasons why because I do want to talk to a few of you folks who I know are excellent at what you do. So anyway, so please do sign up if you want to keep working. If you don't want me to call you or bother you anymore, you don't have to sign up. But if you do want to continue to participate and continue to hear updates and things, and come to the April meeting, please do sign up on this form so that I can get a clear and accurate communication list. Questions, comments, quips, queries, complaints? Scratch the last one. You're not allowed to complain.
I got something real quick.
Yes, sir.
I like the personal touch. I think that more of that is needed, because I think we all get so bogged down in what we're doing daily, and we all have so much that I like the idea of reaching out one-on-one and trying to come together. So thank you for that. One other quick thing, kind of off topic, and something I have to throw out to this group on here because I'm here. We are hosting our first Ed Camp here in Rome. March 21st. I'll put the URL in the notes over on the right in a second. But yeah, pretty excited about it. Free breakfast, free lunch, T-shirts, swag, a lot of learning. So if there's anyone that wants to make a trip up to the beautiful Northwest Georgia, come on up and we'd love to have you. Saturday, March 21st from 8 until 2. That's our time frame right now. So that's what I got for now. I'll put a link up to the registration information up in a moment.
And I need to jump into, if I could, Chance, to piggyback on what Lee is saying. Ed Camp Fayette will be this summer, July 23rd, and after Lee posts that link, I'll post our link. So now you're set. You've got an Ed Camp in March in North Georgia, and you've got an Ed Camp in July south of the airport. So we hope to see y'all. These have been tremendous success. It has just been incredible, and I think Lee and I have talked about that many times.
This is Donita. Can y'all just kind of tell what you're doing at your Ed Camps? I'm very interested in it.
Lee, you want to go? Well, yours is coming up, Lee. Donita, last year we held our first Ed Camp in the summer, and I was terrified. You can learn more about, I'll be honest, you can learn more about the Ed Camp model. I'll send you the Wikispace, or I'll put the Wikispace link here too. And it turned out to be phenomenal. You know, in an Ed Camp, it's an unconference, it's free for teachers, and the teachers come in that morning and they sign up to share. So it really allows you to champion what teachers are doing instructional technology-wise, and it was phenomenal. We had such success. I also had a leadership forum running simultaneously throughout the day at Ed Camp. So I had principals in meeting and discussing ways in which they could help plan, you know, how can they change their professional learning throughout the year. And that actually has even built upon Ed Camp, and that now we have schools that are running little mini Ed Camps for professional learning where they're giving teacher choice, which has been phenomenal as well. Lee?
And I will say too, I'm blatantly ripping off Kate and what they've done in Fayette. So this is kind of a joint collaboration between ourselves and Rome City Schools. So we're exactly what Kate said. I'm excited about the learning opportunity. I like the for teachers by teachers aspect of it because we give people a chance to learn what they want to learn about and share what they want to share. It's a fantastic model. Also, if anyone's in the south area near Savannah, there's one February 7th coming up. If you are in Columbus, February 21st. So they're happening everywhere, and we kind of wanted ours to start being something maybe just kind of in system. But the committee and thankfully we decided to open it up to the community at large to see if anybody else wants to come. We are capping our registration for the first one because I am also terrified, Kate. This is a scary proposition. We're capping our registration at 150. We got vendors that agreed to pay for everything for the 150 people as far as the breakfast, lunch, t-shirt, swag, all that good stuff. So we wanted to keep it manageable for this first go-around. I've also got a Kat Flippin, who's she's my rock. She's helped me out a whole lot with this, and without her, it'd be a mess and a half. So, yeah, come on up to Rome, Saturday, March 21st. Yeah, and I agree too. I think it'll be awesome. I'm really excited about it and really looking forward to it. So, and my teachers are excited, and I started telling some of the type A uber organized people about the model, and they're like, but how? What? So that's it for me.
I can understand that. Those of you that don't know me, I'm with the DOE on the training team with Chance, but I was with Thomasville City Schools for 22 years, and I had done a Tech Expo the last couple of years, and I'm definitely a type A, and so that Ed Camp model would probably terrify me, but it sounds really interesting, so I'm going to try to hit one of those if I can.
That is fantastic stuff. That's good stuff, and I appreciate you both sharing that with us. And what I think I want to do, Lee and Kate, is I'm going to give you both a little bit of editing. I'm going to give you both some editing privileges on the wiki, and it would be great because you said there were a couple other ones. If one of you don't mind going in on the wiki, I'll create I'll create a page for the Ed Camps. And maybe we can put a list, maybe a little calendar list of the ones that are going to be coming up, and maybe Lee, you can add them on there. Or Lee, if you just want to email those to me, I would love to get those on the wiki. So either way, I just want to get those on there, and I want to get teachers supported as much as possible. So yeah, so one way or another, however you want to do it, Lee, I'll just let you tell me, or Kate. if y'all want to, do y'all want access to the wiki and you want to add this information on there, or do you just want me to add it on there for you?
That link that I posted up there, the second one, the EdCamp.
Oh, the wiki?
Yeah, edcampwikispaces.com.
Uh-huh.
On that main page right there, they have a list of all the upcoming web camps, and you have Savannah and Columbus mentioned on that one. They go through February.
Okay.
And so I think they rotate that as they're coming up.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you what then, since that's it, I'll just, because if it has them all on there, I'll just go ahead and add that link on there, and I'm going to send an email out here in a little bit to the Intech group and to some of the other folks on the wiki, and I'm going to add that link to that email message, because I do want people knowing that those are available to go check out, and I'm going to do my best to get out to one of them as well, because I would love to see what that's about. Very cool. Good stuff. That's exciting. Okay, good. So I'm glad you guys are with me about the personal touch way. I really want to kind of reach out to some folks and just kind of really want to kind of get things rolling into a sense of, and hopefully the seminars will kind of allow us to get a little more specific to how we can use what the CCI room and what our committee and what other things like SLDS and TRL and the Path Personalized Learning is really offering everyone. So very cool. Good deal. All right, I'm going to move on if nobody else has anything else. Just real quick, I want to remind everyone about the wiki page. This is the big, ugly, long thing you can click on. I'm actually made a tiny URL again because I don't like the long ones. So you'll see tinyurl.com/GAITAC wiki. And I'm just going to pull it up here real quick because I do want to remind everyone that we are trying to have a little bit of discussion. I want to get as many people involved in the discussion as possible. So right here on the first page you come to, I've made links to our discussions, and all you have to do is just click on it, and it should open up the conversation as is. And so we've got a couple of pieces of information in here about some ideas and things like that. So please come in here and be part of the discussion. We really do need as much as we can of information and ideas and so on. Again, you've got another one here. So if anyone is wanting to add to this discussion, I would greatly appreciate it so that we can continue this discussion in April on our face-to-face meeting. Also, I know that there is a way for you to, on your settings, to be able to get notified when things have been updated. So I'm trying to find where that's at right now. I can't find it right now. But there is a way for you to be able to get, when there's updates, for you to be able to get emails so that you can come in and read those and be reminded to come in and read some of those. So let's see if I can find it here. I can't remember where it's at. I've got a little block in my brain. So those of you familiar with Wikispaces, you probably know where I'm talking about. So you can get some notifications when there's any changes. And I don't get every notification. I've got it where it sends me one a day. So if there's any changes for that day, I get an email at the end of the day. So, but yes, we'd love for you to continue these conversations. Again, here on the meeting schedule, documents, recordings, I'm trying to add the PowerPoint to that, and I'm trying to add the recording. And I think from this point forward, I kind of realized I want to add also the links to the webinars so that everyone can access the webinars from the Wikispace if they need to. So please remember this is here. We're going to try to add some more information as this continues to grow and move. Any questions, comments about the wiki? Okay. And all right, future meetings. We've got a February meeting. I would like to kind of pull all of our discussions and ideas together for our goals for that meeting so that when we have our April meeting, we're ready with some good ideas for the seminars and things like that. So if over the next couple of weeks, or next 4 weeks really, as you consider sharing resources, as you consider supporting the teachers, I do want to pull some of those discussion questions together or discussion comments together kind of in a kind of an outline of ideas. So if you can please make sure again to add your comments to the discussion board, that'd be fantastic. So we got a couple of meetings before the April meeting, and hopefully by the April meeting we'll have some ideas for lining up some seminars. At the February meeting, I will have Gilda Lyon and Kelly on with us. They are going to talk to us about STEM and the STEM certification process, and I want them to be able to be available to answer any questions about that process. So I'm grateful that Gilda and Kelly will be joining us for the February meeting. So if you are really interested in the STEM, and if your school or your system is working towards getting some schools certified as a STEM school, then please join us for that next meeting. And then I am working on also getting our new career and technology our new career and technology program specialist to join us for the Microsoft IT Academy. So hopefully I'll be able to have her join us for the March meeting and to give us some ideas about Microsoft IT Academy if any of you are interested in that. So I do want to have some updates on those. We will, again, as always, have updates on SLDS and TRL and the path to personalized learning, and then maybe we'll even have some other folks join us at some point from there. Again, if you need to contact us, just a quick little page here for you to contact us with. And again, thanks to Allison and Jeff. They're busy. I know they're working their tushies off at their jobs and still trying to support what we're doing here. So thank you both, and that's their information. If you have any questions for them, what they do. And anything open, any questions you got that I haven't brought up, anything, Angie, you have anything you want to add? I did mention to them about signing up for LOR if they're interested, I think before you joined us. And I also shared with them the link that you shared if they wanted to share resources that they thought would be good for the state teacher resource link. But Angie, you have anything else you want to add to that? Danita, you got anything?
I will, if I may, Chance. Terry Smith from Ben Hill County Schools could not attend this morning because she had a conflict, I believe. But she is looking for a trainer that may target assist teachers and students at a high school and would be able to address Office 365 in a one-to-one environment with Lenovo ThinkPad Yoga 11 Eves. That's very specific, I know, but that was what she asked for. If anybody knows of a trainer that they could put Terry in touch with, that'd be great.
Okay. Yeah, that's very specific, but yeah, okay. Yeah, anybody can help out, that'd be great. I think this is a great way to use the committee as well. Is some of us are really strong in some of these areas, and some of us need people who are strong in these areas. So if we can help each other out, I think that's fantastic. So Angie,
hey Chance, are you able to hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Very good.
Fantastic. I did want to mention that for tagging, we do need some specialty type teachers. I'm very well stocked with ELA, math, science, and social studies for all grades. However, I do need some teachers that are CTAE, fine arts, PE, and health. Those are our weakest areas, and we need some folks that are qualified in those areas that understand the standards, understand the content to help us get those areas added, content added to those in the teacher resource center. So if you know of anyone, and just have them contact me through email, that's fine. For CTAE, fine arts, health, and PE, those are our biggest weaknesses. Thank you.
Thanks, Angie. I'm going to add that to the PowerPoint under our GaDOE updates, and hopefully anyone who is watching the video or looking at the PowerPoint can also see that information. So again, for those of you who are watching the video or listening in, we do need some specialists in CTAE and health, PE, and fine arts, some of those special courses, things like that. If we have any folks willing to participate and help find resources and tag resources and get resources into the teacher resource link, we would love to have folks participate. And let me go back. I'll show you her email address, because it's not just A Baker. It is anbaker@doe.k12.ga.us. So yes, Angie, great. I'll add that to the PowerPoint as well. And we've got that on the video for those of you watching that. Very good. Thanks, Angie. Danita, you good?
Yep, just trying to finish up my little notes to send to you.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Glad you're on here to take some notes for me. Anyone else who would like to add anything? Again, Lee and Kate, I really appreciate you letting us know about your ed conferences. I forgot what you called them. What'd you call them? Let me go back there.
Ed Camp.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Ed camps. So thanks for letting us know about the ed camps, and we'll get those posted on the wiki as well. And I will also add them to this PowerPoint, because I'd love for people to know about them and to try to participate if possible. And maybe they will have some questions for you. Maybe they want to start their own in their regions as well. So I think that's fantastic. And I appreciate everyone's participation. Any additional questions, comments?
Yeah, real quick, I'm about to send something out to a few people about the local object repository. That is paid work, correct?
The what now?
For the tagging resources.
It's paid for? Is
Yes.
that yes.
Yes, we do. Yes, it's a contract position, and it is an hourly rate. So they'd be in contract with DOE. They don't have to come here or anything. It's purely virtual. Training is a part of it, so we'll train them. They get paid for the training. They get paid for the content that they tag and upload.
Thank you very much.
Angie, how would you like me to title that? Would it be like content resource tagger? I mean, how are you titling that?
I've just been calling them content specialist.
Okay.
That's the best way.
Yeah,
So
tagger
I need
just
folks
sounds
that
like
understand standards.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So they need to understand the content. They need to understand the standards. If they're actively teaching or have taught the course any of those subjects, that's very beneficial. Not necessarily needed, but definitely helpful for them.
Okay. All right. Well, I will make sure I get that on there. I'll send you an email with what I put on here before I post it. So very good. And again, for those of you who might have missed what Lee was asking, it is a paid position. They will contract with the teachers, and they'll pay them a rate. And it's all virtual. There's no need to have to come to the DOE for any reason. So very good. Anything else? All right, thank you everyone. I appreciate you participating today and being a part. And I love the ideas. I love the help, and I appreciate the support too for letting me know that the ideas I have are to sound good to you. And if you have anything you want to add to our ideas about seminars in the future or whatever, I will give you a chance to brainstorm on those over the next month, and then I will open up more ideas and more discussion on this at the next meeting. So again, if you have any ideas, just jot them down, take some notes, and we'll share them in future meetings. Okay.
And thank you, Chance. We appreciate you, especially when you're feeling under the weather and still took time out to help today.
No problem. All right. Jeff, you want to close this out?
Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
All right. Have a good one.